Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I guess maybe it's like a story time. I don't know. Basically, what I want to talk to you about today is the fact that if you are can't even speak. I can't even think how to describe what's happened, to be honest. This is so weird. I suddenly feel like I'm a drama channel or something, and I'm just really not set up mentally to make that kind of content, you know? It's just not how my brain works. So basically what I want to talk to you about is the fact that if you live in the UK, we are no longer able to access the Sephora website. The US Sephora, the main Sephora website, if you are in the UK, you cannot get on there, you cannot purchase from there, you can't even go on the website to look around, you can't get on there anymore. The UK is banned from Sephora's website. Now I found this out just randomly because Sephora was saved as one of my favorite websites on my phone. I used to go on that website every single day, literally every day. I was very reliant on that website for my information. It's a very good website as far as makeup. They always have lots of swatches, lots of reviews. They have all the American pricing information that I need if I'm making videos and I want to be able to give American people the correct information. So I was always on that website. Not necessarily to purchase stuff, although you could do that if you in the UK or you're British, you can shop on you could shop on the Sephora website and have it shipped, and they covered taxes and everything as part of the final amount. So that was amazing as well, because they do stock lots of brands that we can't get here in the UK. And because they ship to us and they cover things like taxes and import and duties, you're not going to get stiffed by it when the products get here on arrivals either. So a lot of people do shop on the Sephora website from the UK, and certainly a huge amount of people like myself use the Sephora website, enjoyed the Sephora website for their browsing, finding out about products and all that kind of stuff, reviews. It's an amazing website, it really is. My favorite makeup website. Or so it was. So a couple of weeks ago, maybe, I went on there like I always do. It's saved in my bookmarks on my home screen, clicked on the link, and for some reason got redirected to the French Sephora website. Now, if you've ever been on the French Sephora website, it is useless. It's nowhere near as good as the American website. Obviously, everything is in French for a start. Euro prices, so we don't have euros in Britain, so everything is in pounds. So euro prices, which mean nothing to me, and it's all in French, so I can't understand it. They have nowhere near the same amount of information, reviews. They don't have a quarter of the products that are on the American website, and it's very messy to navigate and very messily laid out in comparison to the excellent American website. So I was a bit confused as to why this happened. I kept trying again. I tried inputting the website manually rather than clicking on my usual link, and I was getting increasingly frustrated, as you can imagine. My husband was home, so I just asked him to go on the website to see if it was something wrong with my phone, and the same thing happened to him. So assuming it was a bug, I tweeted Sephora, what's going on? Your website is broken. What is happening? And this was their response. Due to recently enacted data privacy regulations, Sephora clients in the UK and the Netherlands will now be redirected to Sephora France's website. We're sorry for the inconvenience. What? I then replied saying, what? Why? I go on there all the time. The French website does not have half of the information or products that I want to see, and I don't speak French. And their reply was, if you don't speak French, your web browser should have translation capabilities. We apologise again for any inconvenience caused. Excuse you. So essentially it was a big F you very much from Sephora. What they're referring to with the data privacy is that recently the EU kind of revolutionised all the data privacy laws. So obviously in the UK we are currently in the EU, and so our data privacy, it's called the GDPR, and it stands for basically data protection. All of those laws have been completely revolutionised and made a lot stricter in order to protect our data, how it's stored, how well it's stored, how long for, and all of that stuff to make sure that we are protected more and our information is protected more. Presumably, Sephora does not want to comply to that, or does not want to make some changes to ensure that they are complying to those data laws. As they are American, they're not kind of forced to, like all the websites in the UK are, and they have chosen, instead of making some changes or making sure that everything on their end is compliant, they've just decided to block all British consumers from their website. One, that makes me nervous about what their data protection policies are. If they don't care enough to make them compliant, it makes me concerned about their use of data and their storage of data. The other option is that actually it's all in-house and it's all in order and everything is great as far as their data protection, but they are just not willing to risk it because there are very hefty fines being applied to anyone who has a breach or doesn't comply. It's very frustrating. I love that website. I used to go on that website a lot. I was immediately on to my friend Jess, who is FYI Beauty on Instagram, because if she doesn't know about it, it didn't happen, basically. So I sent the screenshots of my conversation with Sephora to Jess. Now, Jess actually does shop on Sephora and has ordered from Sephora. She has points as part of their point system and all of that kind of stuff. She didn't know until, I sent her my conversation with Sephora. I think she had said that she had also tried to get on and thought this is weird, but didn't really think anything of it until she spoke to me, because this all happened very quickly. Now, she has since posted about it on her Instagram, and lots of people have replied to her saying, I've got loads of points there. I have saved up loads of points with my account, and now I can't get onto my account because obviously we can't even get onto the website. And literally all Sephora is responding with, when these people are contacting them saying, how do I get my points? How do I get into my account? They're just literally saying, sorry, take it up with the Sephora France website. But our accounts are not with the Sephora France website, they are with the Sephora website. We don't speak French. Again, the only answer is use a translator. I mean, if you've ever used Google to translate a website before, you will understand why that is a ridiculous solution. It doesn't work, it's not effective, it's just a mess. I mean, it's like if you try to date someone over Google Translate, or have a job in German and solely used Google Translate, you'd probably immediately get fired or immediately be slapped in the face. It's just a ridiculous solution. And again, the biggest issue here, there was no notification, no one got an email, no one has had anything through from them to give us warning, to let us know so we could have spent our points, we could have prepared. No one has answered any questions. They literally just say, just use the French website, translate it, just do that. And also, anyone asking for help, they're immediately saying, oh, speak to the French website, it's nothing to do with us anymore. I just think the whole thing is appalling. And the fact that I can get on any other American website that I've ever tried to, that seems solely to be Sephora who have made this bizarre decision to just block all of Britain from their website. Everyone else, all the other American websites, I've been on Ulta, Nordstrom, I've been on numerous brand websites that are US based. I can still get on them, everyone else can still get on them. It's very bizarre to me that Sephora made this decision, but it's even worse and really just completely poor from them that there was no notice. They haven't handled the questions at all. They haven't given any resolutions that would be satisfactory to their customers. They've just completely cut us off and haven't even told us they're going to, haven't even told us after the fact. You only find out if you message them, if you ask them, or if you just read about it and figure it out online. It's just so disappointing. Someone messaged them saying, how do I get my points? I had saved up loads of points and now I can't access my account. And their response was, don't worry, when you come to America, you'll be able to spend your points in the store. Well, that's assuming I'm going to be coming to America, isn't it? I really think it's awful how this was handled. It seems like they've completely underestimated, one, how much people would care, how much people enjoyed that website, how much British people used that website, and they've definitely underestimated how much they should have done as far as communication and as far as working out what was going to happen with things like people's points and things like people's accounts. They've just done nothing. They've just cut us off, and they're now going to have to deal with picking up people's angry messages and dealing with that customer service. Although it just seems like they're not going to deal with it. They're just going to reply saying, never mind, just use Google Translate. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of let you know what's happened if you've been not understanding why you can't get on the Sephora website anymore, or you've been wanting to, or you've seen some of this stuff floating about. It has been in the news and it has been in papers, and people have obviously been tweeting about it as well. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you've been affected by this, if you have points with Sephora, if you've spoken to Sephora, I'd love to know what they've said to you, how they've advised you that you can get your points or your account back up. And just generally, I would love to know what you think about it. Are you bothered? Do you not care? Have you never even been on the Sephora website? Do you speak French so you're all fine on the French website? Which is apparently the solution to everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe before you go so I can see you again. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.